If you've been winter sowing and taking a look inside your jugs to see a mass of seedlings, that's exciting, but also kind of nerve-wracking, because what do you do now that you have this mass of seedlings? How do you turn something like this into an actual plant in your garden? Let's talk about 5 different methods that show up in these winter sowing communities online. I'll explain what they are and how to do them so you can decide which one's the best for you for getting your seedlings successfully transplanted out into your garden. I'm Kendall, this is Kendall's Greenhouse. I'm glad you're here, let's get started. So we have 5 different methods we're gonna cover today, 3 of which are Hunk of Seedlings methods and 2 of which are single seedling methods. Our hunks of seedlings are gonna go into bigger containers like this. They could go directly into your garden if you want, but this is what we're doing inside the greenhouse today. And our single seedlings are going to go into these 6-cell Epic Gardening module trays because they don't need quite as much root space as hunks of seedlings. One quick note about that is that these seedlings are already hardened off to my weather outside, so I'm going to keep these containers outside. I'm not bringing these inside the house to get warm at this point. I want them to stay outside in the elements, just like they were when they were in the jug. So I planted out this huge tray of Globegilia seeds, not knowing that they would germinate so well or so densely. So this is a great example to show you today of how to separate hunks of seedlings like this into usable product for your garden. So the first hunk of seedling method we're going to talk about is the spoon or the cobbler method, because you scoop out the seedlings like cobbler. We're covering this first because this is also kind of a strategy for getting the seedlings out of the container without having to flip the container over and damage the tops of the seedlings. You'll just reach into the corner of your container with your spoon and you can pull it up and pull things out. You can also come in at an angle, let me see if I can get a good spot, and kind of cut down as if you were cutting a piece of cobbler to eat it, and then you can scoop that out and set that hunk of seedlings into your container or into the ground. So I've kind of just delayed the inevitable with this, where I've given them a little more soil to grow into. They can root down and get a little bit stronger before I put them into the ground. I could also just spoon that cobbler right into the ground. Some of those seedlings will survive and some of them will die, and that's okay because I don't need this many Globegilia plants. So that was our hunk of seedlings cobbler method. Let's go on to the next one. The next method is called Taffy, and really Taffy is about the roots stretching and separating. And so I've already cobblered my way into the corner of my container here. I can even just reach in, and this is the Taffy method. Literally just pulling and separating the roots out like that in a chunk. What I would probably do is separate this into 2 or 3 chunks and put those into my container, so I can get a few different plants like that. And then I'll top them up with a little bit more potting mix or soil, whatever you're using. And that was my Taffy method. I'll water this in, I'll let some of those seedlings grow up, get stronger roots, get stronger tops, and then I'll plant them out into my garden. So we've done cobbler and Taffy. The third and last hunk of seedlings method we're gonna cover today is called Brownie. And sometimes it's called sheet cake. And that's why I have a knife here, because it's just what you think. It's basically cutting your mix like you would cut a brownie or a sheet cake into little squares of brownies, whatever size brownie you feel like eating. And then you have a sharper edge to the piece that you cut, and it's more like a square, like a brownie. And then you can plant your brownie right into your container or out into your garden. So that's my chunk of brownie. Now for your hunks of seedlings, this is a pretty big hunk. I probably don't want this big of hunk in my container. You can make whatever size hunks make sense for you, depending on what plant you're growing and your goal and how many you can sacrifice or how many you're trying to save. you can choose your size of hunk. So all of these 3 examples that I did for hunks were pretty big. If I'm trying to save more of my seedlings in a container like this, I might put 3 different hunks. I could just reach in, grab a little chunk and put it in the side like this. And then I'll have probably 3 different plants in this one container once they establish a little bit. So I'll get a hunk about this size instead of those huge hunks. I'll put it in my container and then I'll fill the center with more potting mix. And that would be a way to waste less seedlings and let those plants establish. I'll water that in really well so that the roots settle in and there's no air pockets in there. Okay, next up we have 2 individual or single style seedling pot ups. So I've got my little cell tray here. I'm going to use a little dibber tool. You can use a chopstick or a pencil or anything, but you want to make a little hole in the middle for your individual seedling. Just getting that ready. And then what you do is you just prod at your soil a little bit on the side to loosen up the roots. That one broke, so I don't want that one. Until you get an individual seedling that you like the root, size of the root that you get. And then you stick that in your little hole that you made. And you close the soil or the potting mix around it. These globulus seem to be pretty shallow rooted. Oops, I broke that one. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to break the stem. You see how that's broken? So that plant is dead now because that main stem is broken. Anytime you can handle the plant by a leaf or by the root, that is a safer way to handle it to avoid breaking the main stem like that. So this is called pricking out, and this is a really common method, especially used in England to first you broadcast sow like this, and then you prick out the individual seedlings and put them into a pot. The last method of getting individual seedlings is to get a hunk of your seedlings, and get those ready and make myself some room. And then you get a container of water. And this is called the water method or the rinse method or the soak method. So I'm just going to put my plant, my seedling roots and top into the water, and that helps to loosen the roots so that I can pull them apart, and then I can put them into my, see, that one actually has the best root of all so far from this water method, and I can put that into my individual cell tray. So this water method helps to reduce some of that root tearing that happens if the roots are a little dry or stuck together. And I'm getting a little bit bigger roots with this strategy, longer roots, than I was with the Taffy method or the pricking out method. So I'm just gonna put those into my potting mix over here. So I have 3 seedlings that I pricked out and 3 seedlings that I used the water, rinse, soak method to separate them out. So now I'll let those plants grow on outside until I'm ready to plant them into my garden, or if I want to go right from this stage into the garden, there's a few more risks. There's more exposure to pests that like to eat young seedlings and that sort of a thing. But if you have tons of seedlings like I do, it might be worth it just to get them right out into the garden. I hope those 5 strategies will help you think about what to do with your seedlings from your winter sowing containers. Let me know in the comment section if there are any other strategies you've used to separate your seedlings besides the 5 that we talked about today. I also like using snugs or snails in winter sowing jugs so that seedlings are already separated a little bit. I'll put a link to that video here if you want to go check out how I make a snug. I'm Kendall, this is Kendall's Greenhouse. Thanks for joining me, and I hope to see you again in the greenhouse soon. Bye.